I'm Phoenix Wright, and I'm noticing that Payne's glasses are so thick that, like, you literally can't see his eyes. Like, how does he see?
He doesn't.
You thought to call the police. What happened next?
Hold it! The phone in her apartment wasn't working?
Yes, I mean, no, it wasn't right.
But you said you didn't go into the apartment. Or did you?
Oh.
Oh, that? I can explain that. There was a cordless phone on the shelf in the entryway. I reached inside and tried using that to call.
And that phone wasn't working, correct? What happened next?
Hold it! Why use a public phone?
Well, you see, I don't have a cell phone. Being in the middle of the afternoon, there was no answer at the nearby apartments. You tell me you would actually knock on some rando's door?
He was selling newspaper subscriptions door to door.
Ah, right. What time did you call again? Exactly. Hold it! 1:00 p.m. Are you certain?
Pretty certain. Yes, absolutely.
He seems really confident.
1 p.m.? Right. Doesn't that seem strange to you? Present some evidence to contradict him.
I guess we don't really need to press the rest of it.
This is the first case.
Yeah. Ho ho. Objection! You found the body at 1 p.m. You're sure? I guess not.
Yes, it was 1 p.m. for certain, sorry.
Frankly, I find that hard to believe.
Oh.
Frank,
Oh. It's Frank Solid, actually?
your statement directly contradicts the autopsy report. The autopsy notes the time of death at some time after 4 p.m. There was nobody no body to find at 1 p.m. How do you explain this 3-hour gap?
Oh, that! Oh,
Holy shit, I didn't...
Objection! This is trivial. The witness merely forgot the time.
processed Payne's objection yet.
After his testimony, I find that hard to believe. Mr. Sawit, why were you so certain that you found the body at 1 p.m.?
well, I'm a dirty liar. Gee, that's a really good question.
Great job, right? Way to put him on the spot. That's all you have to do. Point out contradictions. Lies always beget more lies.
That is true.
See through one, and their whole story falls apart.
Wait, I remember now.
Why would you, would you care to give your testimony again?
Why would you care to give your testimony again?
Get out!
You see, when I found the body, I heard the time. There was a voice saying the time. It was probably coming from the television. Oh, but it was 3 hours off, wasn't it? I guess the victim must have been watching a video of a taped program. That's why I thought it was 1 p.m. Terribly sorry about the misunderstanding.
Sir?
I see. You heard a voice saying the time on a taped program. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness.
Right. You know what to do.
I really do. That was the most obvious contradiction. I've got this one.
Well,
Wow, I wonder what the contradiction could be here. Maybe that there was a television? Sir? Objection! Hold it right there. The prosecution has said there was a blackout at the time of the discovery. And this record proves it. You couldn't have heard a television or a video.
Ah!
Sweet strings of cornered.
Cornered.
Oh fuck, the sweet strains of fun.
The sweet strains of the same music that was playing this whole time.
The defense has a point.
Oh fuck.
Do you have an explanation for this, Mr. Sawit?
No, I find it quite puzzling myself. Quite. Ah!
God.
Oh, wait, I remember now.
I hate seeing his toupee jump on his head.
I love it.
That's the best part.
Mr. Sawit? The court would prefer to hear an accurate testimony from the very beginning.
What it now?
These constant corrections are harming your credibility. That, and you seem rather distraught.
Just a bit.
My apologies, Your Honor. It must have been the shock of finding the body.
Very well, Mr. Sawit. Let's hear your testimony once more, please.
Let's hear your testimony one more, please.
Look, the judge is having a rough day.
One more testimony, please.
Hit me testimony one more time.
Okay.
I didn't hear the time. I saw it. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
okay.
Oh!
Alright.
Yeah,
Right,
I
saw
saw
it.
it, and you, Phoenix.
There was a table clock in the apartment, wasn't there? Yeah, wasn't there? It's like I saw it myself. Yeah, the murder weapon. The killer used it to hit the victim. That must have been what I saw.
Actually...
That must have been what I saw. I'm not confident in my answer.
You saw a clock? I guess that would explain it.
God.
I am begging.
The defense may cross-examine the witness.
Gladly. What is this man talking about? Hold it! That strikes me as a very suspicious mistake.
Yes, I can see how you'd be a little doubtful. I'm really sorry. I only just remembered that table clock.
A table clock?
I'm seriously gonna have to tell the judge that a clock can be set down on a table?
Hold it! A table clock? Was there a clock at the scene? God, we're just parroting each other.
This is the first I've heard of it.
I've never heard of a table clock before. Hold it! The murder weapon?
The fuck is a murder weapon?
Yes, the
Murder?
table clock that was used as a weapon. And I magically just know this. That's what I just said. Did you doze off in the middle of my testimony or something?
Yes. Something's fishy here. It's almost like this is a statue.
Oh.
Objection! Wait just a moment. The murder weapon wasn't a clock. It was this statue. Now, how is this supposed to be a clock?
There you go, Sarah.
You, with your objections and your evidence, just who do you think you are?
A lawyer. Just answer the question, Mr. Saw-It.
I wasn't ready for that. Hey, I saw it there, okay? That's a clock.
Your Honor, if I may.
No, you may not. Yes, Mr. Payne?
As the witness stated, this statue is indeed a clock. And probably the biggest twist of this case. The neck is a switch. You just tilt it, and it says the time out loud. As it doesn't look like a clock, I submitted it as a statue. My apologies.
I see. So the murder weapon was a table clock after all. Well, Mr. Wright, it appears that the witness's testimony was correct. This is a clock. Do you have any problems with his testimony now?
Nah.
Nah.
Look, we all met Larry.
Your Honor, there is a gaping hole in the witness's testimony. The only way he could have known the weapon was a clock is to hold it in his hand. Yet the witness testified that he never entered the apartment. Clearly a contradiction.
Indeed.
I like how all this is happening after he literally screamed that it was a clock, and we're not gonna question that.
The witness knew it was a clock because he...
1, 2, 3.
You're lying! The witness knew it was a clock because you're lying! You were inside the apartment on the day of the murder.
Oh yeah? Prove it! Prove I went in there!
I am doing that. I'll do better than that. I can prove you were the one who killed her. You struck her with the clock, and the shock of the blow triggered the clock's voice. That was the sound you heard. Holy shit, that was a wild thing to blame him for.
Order in the court. Intriguing. Please continue, Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Saw-It. The sound must have left quite an impression on you. Understandable, since the murder weapon spoke just as you hit the victim. That voice was burned into your mind. That's why you were so certain about the time. Oh my god.
I love it.
What's the meaning of this? This is all baseless conjecture.
Baseless? Just look at the witness's face.
Would the witness care to elaborate?
The witness would not.
Did you strike the victim with the clock?
That day, I never! Look, the clock, I heard, no, I mean, I saw, ah! Shut up, I hate you! It was him, I tell you, I saw him! He killed her, and he should burn! Give him death!
Okay.
Yikes.
Now my family is gonna be really confused.
Order! Order in the court, I say.
You can say it. It was just the defendant.
Your Honor, a moment, please. There isn't a shred of evidence supporting the defense's claims.
Mr. Wright.
Your Honor?
You claim the sound the witness heard came from the clock. Do you have any evidence?
The whole case is riding on this. I'd better think it through carefully. Your Honor, the sound Mr. Sawat heard was definitely this clock. A fact which is clear if you simply ask the neighbors. Loud clock.
By sounding the clock.
Let's sound the clock here now, in this court. I said that sentence out of order. Your Honor, may I have the clock?
Speako?
I ask the court to listen very carefully.
That certainly is a strange way to announce the time.
Well, he is the thinker, after all.
This is what they thought 2016 technology was going to be.
So we've heard the clock. What are your conclusions, Mr. Wright?
Mr. Payne, can you tell me what time it is now?
It's 11:25.
Just the quietest.
What?
Ah! As you can see, this clock is exactly 3 hours slow. Precisely the discrepancy between what Mr. Sawat heard and the actual time of death. So, Mr. Sawat, try to talk your way out of this one.
You forgot one thing.
Uh-oh. What's he talking about now?
Well, it may seem like that clock is running 3 hours slow. It proves nothing! How do you know it was running 3 hours slow on the day of the murder? If you can't prove that, you don't have a case.
He's right. How am I going to prove that? Damn it! I was so close.
Mr. Wright? It seems you lack the critical evidence to support your claim.
Yes, Your Honor.
This means I cannot let you indict the witness. Unfortunately, this ends the cross-examination of Mr. Frank Sawat.
Uh-oh.
I come all the way down here to testify, and look what happens. You treat me like a criminal! A criminal! You lawyers are all slime.
Do you want your toupee back?
You lawyers are supposed to be all worms. Come on now. Get it right.
Grr! I almost had him. I have part of him, his toupee. Sorry, Larry. I failed you. There's nothing I can do about it now.
Not so fast, Mr. Sawat.
Chief.
Listen up, Wright. Don't throw this one away. Not like this. Think.
But Chief, it's over. I can't prove the clock was slow the day of the murder. Nobody can prove that.
Cells.
I can't think.
Well, yes. That doesn't mean you can't still win. Try thinking out of the box. Don't waste time doubting the facts. Assume the clock was 3 hours slow and think through it.
Wow, I'm looking at her necklace and I'm realizing that the scale of it, it's massive.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's chonky.
Oh, yeah.
Ask yourself, why was the clock 3 hours slow? Figure out the reason, and you'll have your proof. Right? Right? Can you think of a reason as to why the clock would be 3 hours slow?
I can. I assume. Wait! Maybe I can prove it.
That's the confidence we like to hear.
You must have evidence somewhere that can prove it, right? Find it and let him have it.
Well, Mr. Wright? You say the clock was already running slow on the day of the murder. Have you found evidence to support this claim?
Of course. There is a piece of evidence in the court record that can prove my claim beyond a doubt.
Ha! Tough words. Let's see you pull this one off.
Let's see the evidence that proves why the clock was running slow.
There is literally only one piece of evidence I haven't used, and it's about a time difference. So...
I wonder.
Take that! The victim had just returned home from abroad the day before the murder. As we all know, the time difference between here and Paris is 9 hours. Who knows that?
Sure, as we all know.
Yeah, we just know that off the top of our heads.
When it's 4 p.m. here, it's 1 a.m. the next day there. The clock wasn't 3 hours slow, it was 9 hours fast. The victim hadn't reset her clock since returning home. That's why the time you heard when you struck her dead in her apartment was wrong. Proof enough for you, Mr. Saw It? Or should I say, Mr. Did It? Oh my
Ooh,
god.
get him.
Get him!
Oh, shit.
God!
Saw It?
Oh!
He had rabies?
Order! Order, I say.
Mr. Saw It is that guy who foams at the mouth when he sees the Avatar.
Well, this case has certainly turned out differently than we all expected.
Yeah! I would say so.
Mr. Payne, your witness?
Sorry, we had to call medical for him.
He's dead.
He was arrested and has been taken away, Your Honor.
To the hospital?
Very well.
He's gonna get the death penalty anyway.
Mr. Wright,
Yes, Your Honor.
I have to say I'm impressed. I don't think I've ever seen someone complete a defense so quickly. And find the true culprit at the same time.
Thank you, Your Honor.
At this point, this is only a formality, but this court finds the defendant, Mr. Larry Butts, not guilty.
Yay!
Woo!
We did
The
it.
confetti that
Why is
is in
Larry-
the courtroom.
He's
Love
kind of
this
leaning on
confetti.
one leg, and that's just Larry vibe.
And with that, this court is adjourned.
Can I take the confetti home? God, think about the janitor's job.
Oof.
It turns out that Frank Saw It was a common burglar. He posed as a newspaper salesman to check and see when people were out of the house. That day, when Larry went to her apartment, the victim wasn't home. After he left, Mr. Saw It let himself in to do his dirty work. While he was searching her place, the victim returned. Flustered, Mr. Saw It grabbed the nearest blunt object he could find. Not a very good thief if his first instinct is to kill someone.
Yeah.
Phew! I still can't believe we won.
Right. Good job in there. Congratulations.
Thanks, Chief. I owe it all to you.
Not at all, not at all. You fought your own battles in there. It's been a while since I've seen a trial end on such a satisfying note.
I've never seen the Chief looking this happy. If she's this glad, imagine how Larry must feel.
My life is over.
Great. Larry, you're supposed to be happy. What's wrong now?
Nick. Don't worry about me. I'll be dead and gone soon. And please don't preserve my body.
Good. Wait, no, I mean bad. Bad, bad, bad. Larry, you're innocent. The case is closed.
But my Cindy Windy's gone, man. Gone forever.
Larry, she was a... Nah, never mind. Phoenix, what were you going to say?
Phoenix? Oh, congratulations, Harry.
Okay.
Harry?
Yes, you! I can practically see the headlines now. Harry Butts, innocent!
Man, I'm glad they didn't give Mia that test at the beginning. Hey, thanks. I really owe you one. I won't forget this, ever. Let's celebrate. Dinner, movie, my treat.
Larry?
Oh, no, I couldn't.
Hey, I was the one who got you off the hook.
Oh, hey. Here, take this. It's a present.
A present? For me? Wait, wasn't this the evidence that...
Actually, I made this clock for her. I made one for her and one for me.
Okay, that's actually impressive.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
a working clock.
Really? You? You made this? Oh, thank you. I'll keep it as a memento.
This beautiful clock.
Yo, Nick. Can you believe it? I was so into that chick. And she was just playing me for a fool. Doesn't that make you just want to cry?
Larry.
Are you so sure?
Excuse me?
What?
I think she thought quite a lot of you, in her own way.
Nah, you don't gotta sympathize with me. It's okay.
He says after he was like, don't worry, I'll be dead soon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not just sympathizing, really. Isn't that right? Don't you have something to show your friend?
A bill.
Something that proves how she felt about him?
Huh? Oh, yeah, right. What the heck is she talking about?
Let me just,
The autopsy report.
Yeah. She died, Larry. God, I don't even...
The statue.
I wonder what he would say.
You would
Honestly,
probably
we
stop
should
us.
try it.
I'm tempted.
No, let's just do the statue.
Alright.
Speed run.
Take that! Check this out, Larry. Proof positive you weren't just some chump to her.
Huh? What about that clock?
This is the clock you made for her, Larry. And she took it with her when she traveled.
Whatever. She probably just needed a clock, that's all.
Yeah, I'm
think
gonna
so?
pack that in my suitcase.
It's a pretty heavy clock to take traveling. Well, make of it what you will.
Hey, Nick. I'm glad I asked you to be my lawyer.
I mean, yeah, 'cause I won the case.
Really, I am. Thanks.
Hope that made him feel a little better, and a little more inclined to pay my bill.